What up, everybody? I'm your host, JP, and this is my co-host, Josh.
Hey, everybody.
And welcome back to another episode of the FilmBros podcast. All right, man. I just, we came out the movie theaters not too long ago. We watched this film. We haven't done a review for it, but I told you, during the movie, that shit was just mind-numbing, punchy on the screen.
Yeah.
It wasn't too crazy. But apparently a lot of people liked it. So much so that as of right now, a sequel's in the works. Now, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, well, the sequel to a sequel. Because first we got Godzilla vs. Kong, and then we got Godzilla X Kong. But now apparently we are getting to the point where Legendary Pictures decided to announce that a sequel is in the works for Godzilla X Kong. It's exciting news, I guess, for some people that like Monkey X Godzilla. Like, I thought this universe was going to be about all kinds of Titans, and then they were like, oh, moneymaker, Godzilla X Kong, Godzilla versus Kong, which, it did. Even Godzilla X Kong, I think at the time of recording, it made over like $600 million on a $180 million budget or something like that.
Even,
it's doing really good. So obviously they're going to greenlight it. But I thought we were going to get a bunch of setup movies, because I even look back at Godzilla vs. Kong and I was like, they could have made Mecha Godzilla like a Kong versus Mecha Godzilla or something, switch it up, or Godzilla versus Mecha Godzilla, and then it comes back and it turns out you can't just destroy with one, you need two, and it would have made for a powerful moment, right? But they just kind of decided to stuff that all into one movie. Godzilla X Kong, they brought back his race. Oh, sorry, spoilers for Godzilla X Kong. They brought back his race. They brought back they're basically trying to give Kong his own world and stuff, and then Godzilla gets the top. But I thought we were gonna go around defeating Titans every movie, not keep encountering the same two. They're like, oh, these two are the moneymakers. We're gonna obviously.
That's what I thought. That's what I was thinking too. But now they know that this is where their money lies. I was expecting it to go, in the direction of, oh, maybe we'll see like the old movies, like the old ones, where it had that spider or whatever, Mecha Godzilla, Space Godzilla. I was expecting those kind of outlandish things, because this franchise can get that silly. You know what I mean? Within reason, I think it could get that silly.
Well, there shouldn't ever be any lack of kaiju. Let's just say that.
Well, yeah, but the old ones, you remember what the old ones had, bro? At some point they had their own
Godzilla did a drop kick.
Like Megazord from Power Rangers. They had their own guy like that.
Yeah.
And so I can see that happening, and I think that'd be pretty cool, because the humans are just cool with them coexisting, but I miss when humanity was trying to take them out. You know what I mean? So did that plan go away? Mecha Godzilla was supposed to be that answer when they had Ghidorah's brain, or King Ghidorah. Remember?
Yeah, it was supposed to be that silver
that was
bullet.
Supposed to be the answer.
Yeah,
and then they scrapped it, and now they're just oh, Kong is here, Godzilla's looking over us, and whatever. But maybe that'll pave the way because of what happened with Godzilla. You know what I mean? He was just able to tear through everybody; no one could stop him.
Yeah,
and then he was doing it all the power up basically. But I don't know. That's what I was expecting.
Because arguably, even in Godzilla X Kong, that orangutan monkey wasn't really
the Scar King.
Yeah, he wasn't really evil. He wasn't the bad guy of the movie. He was only the bad guy in the third act. He wasn't throughout the movie. And then when you finally seen him, he was kind of just there. And then eventually, that's when shit picked up. And then all of a sudden, we got to stop him. You remember that?
No, he wasn't the bad guy. No,
yeah,
he obviously showed up at the end, but Godzilla powering up was to stop. What's his name, right?
Him powering up at the end was supposed to let him handle Godzilla in order to talk to him and say, "Hey, I need your help to defeat this guy."
No, but that's why. I figured those two could have had it. Kong obviously had it, but I think Godzilla was more supposed to be the answer for the dog or whatever. The pet that he had, the pet little kaiju or whatever that the Scar Giver had.
Oh yeah, the ice one. Yeah.
So I think that was supposed to be the answer, but now it all seems like it's working out. You know, the director behind the scenes was like, oh, now he's earned the title King Kong, and it feels cheap to say it off screen like that, but yeah.
That what King Kong did?
He finally has the title King.
Oh,
Because you know what I mean? He hasn't had that title officially.
yeah.
Yeah, so the next movie is going to be King Kong and Godzilla?
Wait, he wasn't King Kong this whole time?
No.
I thought that scene in Godzilla versus Kong was supposed to be like, oh yeah, I'm the god, but you know the scene where he has him on the floor?
Yeah, where he like bitched him?
Yeah, and he like screams at him, and then Kong's just like, I ain't gonna take this shit, I'll fucking go out, you know, like a real one. And he screamed back, and then Godzilla was just like, alright, you solid, bruh. If you survive this, we cool. And then he walked away and then proceeded to get his ass beat by the Mecha Godzilla, whatever, but, you know, then Kong got back up. I thought that's the moment where he became king.
No.
I thought that was like, oh, King Kong.
Mm-mm.
Oh, there he is. Okay, he's God, but he's the king.
No.
Like, this is some bullshit.
How is the king supposed to rule? That's what I'm assuming his thought process was. But now he's officially King Kong. He doesn't feel like a king though, if that makes any sense.
And you're telling me they couldn't even have said that at the end of the movie? Like, she couldn't have been like,
some cheap way, just be like, well, guess who's king now, or something like
yeah.
that. Some bullshit like that. That would have been fine. But you know,
look at the king Konging it around.
I don't know, bro. It's king
Konging it and a thonging it.
No, all right.
Okay, all right.
That's not what he's doing.
Right.
but that's what I was expecting. As for a third film, we got to get more creative. We got to get more creative, and we got to fix the scaling issue in which these movies lie. Because I prefer not having Kong feel small. You know what I'm saying?
It's not that they don't feel small. It's just the gripe that I had with the second film was that they didn't feel, because I recently rewatched Godzilla vs. Kong, and the difference with like the punches and, you know, the reality in which they're living in felt more tangible. In Godzilla X Kong, that shit just seemed cheap. Like that scene where you know, everybody's making fun of it and stuff, but like where that monkey's yelling all up in Kong's face and he just like punches him and knocks him down, like it would have felt like more weight if it went boom and then, you know, gave us a second to feel that and then it hit the ground. No, he just kind of tumbled
like a normal person.
Yeah, like a normal person. And it's like,
that's why they don't feel like larger than life. They feel small. It's a scaling problem.
Oh yeah, like normal people.
It's a scaling issue, which is a big problem because watching Kong. Watching all of them before this film, they all felt like big monsters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I couldn't even take Godzilla fighting the crab-looking one in the beginning because they didn't feel big. You know what I mean?
They just felt like normal.
Yeah, I feel like I was playing with action figures.
Yeah.
And like if I were to put this movie together while playing with toys, like that's how I imagine it. You know?
Yeah.
Or I feel like it was also a waste because he ran through like pretty good like kaiju, like when he killed Tiamat or whatever that person, the kaiju's name was in the water, the one that like gripped him and then he killed him with his breath,
and he took the power.
And he just he was like, all right, bro, I'm gonna take you home now.
Yeah.
He just moved in.
This is my bed.
But
Godzilla don't give a
that's
fuck.
why, like, when he killed it, I was expecting more out of this movie. Like that could have been a whole thing where he's just taking down anyone who wants to be competition, but to find out it was all to basically fight Kong's to basically be his teammate is kind of crazy for me.
And they didn't even know they were teaming up.
Basically, he was ready to. He threw hands with King Kong as soon as like he reached the land.
It was fate on sight.
Yeah,
it was a fate on sight.
He was like, "Hey man, I told you to stay where you at. Now you gotta catch these hands."
But that's funny. They didn't even say anything like that. Godzilla didn't even say. And Godzilla didn't, or King Kong didn't say, "Arrgh."
Well, no, but it was under. See, that's the scene in that's the scene in Godzilla versus Kong where it's like, "Hey, bro, you stay where you're at, and I'll stay up here, and we don't have to cross paths, and I am fine with you existing, just not up here because you're too much for mankind or something like that." I don't know, but
too much for man. Godzilla literally walks wherever he wants.
Yeah, because he's top dog.
There's a family of 6 living there.
He's
gonna walk over the family of 6.
He's top dog. He's top dog. That's
yeah. Imagine that. Imagine him stomping on you and just being like, "Oh, that's top dog."
I mean, I get it, bro. I get it.
You'll be under his foot, like, I understand.
Like, I'd get out, he'd step on my house, I'd be like, price to pay for you watching over us, Godzilla. Goddamn. I don't even know where.
I know it could be. It could get a lot worse than this.
He can't live. Like, people near him can't live there, right? Like, because of radiation.
That's what I thought at first. That's why I thought he like slept in the seas and stuff like that, away from civilization. But
they nuked his home.
Well, yeah, but still, you can find another one.
Yeah, and he did.
Yeah,
he did in
the
Rome.
Rome Stadium.
Yeah. The Rome Stadium. What's it called, bro?
The Coliseum.
No, okay. I was about to say. I was like, they're just casually playing football there. No.
Yeah, no, it's the Rome Stadium.
Yeah, no. He just was like, hey, I'm gonna post up here, but like, he can't, like, no one like can live in Rome anymore, or at least a good chunk away from this man because of radiation, is what I'm assuming.
Well, I mean no, because there was helicopters circling him. In tandem.
I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, they're just like, he's just a dinosaur.
I would have been. I mean, he's just a dinosaur. This dinosaur breathes fucking fire and takes in radiation.
Which till this day, after rewatching Godzilla vs Kong, he spammed the shit out of that. Like spammer, bro. Like worse.
That's
than
what a lot
camper.
of people. That's what a lot of people were saying. Where it's like, oh, he's nothing without his atomic breath. And shit, after seeing what happened, what he was doing to these monsters in Godzilla X Kong, I understand. I understand that. Yeah. I thought against Kong it made sense, but even then, when he used it to like keep him away, basically, when in like the final battle, basically,
yeah,
I was like, okay,
Kong was giving him the hands,
yeah,
and then because he was giving him the hands, he was like, well, I'm gonna blast the fuck out of him. But my thing is, it's so inconsistent because sometimes he got to charge it, and sometimes he lost the load. Go. My boy's like blasting. That's cheating, bro.
But like
Kong would have had him.
The way he was spamming it in Godzilla X Kong had me like, okay, weird, because like he charged it, he used it against the fucking crab thing in the beginning. He used it against Tiamat, and then he used it on Kong, and I think he uses it when fighting the ice monster too, or the ice kaiju too. So it's the fact that he's spamming it is kind of crazy.
Yeah, he just kind of like uses it whenever he wants, and I'm just like,
back in the older movies, it was a presence. You know what I mean? Because at least when he charges up, you're like, oh shit, you know,
he's about to deal some damage. Yeah. I think in the Godzilla 2014, that scene where he's defeating the moth or whatever the hell, and he like opens his mouth and fucking blasts his shit through, and he's just like, drops his head, and like, that's cool.
Yeah, or like when I just rewatched that one too, because I wanted to go through him again, but I had rewatched that one, and the ending basically where he catches it off guard, and you just see it like light up blue up until you see that he's towering over him. Yeah, like it used to mean like powerful shit, but now he can just spam it like nothing. Yeah, like motherfucker is pressing X over and over. Yeah, that shit's crazy. Who's controlling this guy? I would say I'm excited for this, but they gotta revert back to what worked. I don't care what anybody says, bro. If anybody comes at me talking about, oh, you're just mad because Godzilla beat him, whatever. No, fuck that. He spammed that shit. Josh has my back, and sometimes he doesn't. So that tells you a lot. Yeah, bro. After watching this one, I understand that for sure. Yeah. Okay. Cool. But not after. Oh yeah. I guess it took me like a couple watches to understand. Like even in Godzilla vs Kong, like towards what I think when he's fighting the robot, that's when he starts spamming it more. Yeah. And you're just like, well, fuck, dude. He spammed it with Kong. Like, are you telling me he's just a unlimited power source? Like he doesn't drain? Yeah. And you know what's inconsistent about this too, or about Godzilla X Kong, since we're on the topic stuff, like in King of Monsters, they nuked the fuck out of this man, and as he's walking, he's like melting shit around him. You know what I mean? Like he has that much radiation coming off of him. Yeah. You remember that? Oh, where he's like melting the whole city. King of Monsters? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So they nuked him to make him powerful enough to take down Ghidorah, and he was like melting shit, like glowing orange. Like he could not contain it for the life of him until he unleashed it. Yeah. Here, he doesn't have that problem. Yeah. He was taking down nuclear plants. He was taking down kaijus that had more radiation than he did. He was storing it up. Yeah, because they were just like, oh, he's charging up. They're like, he's charging up for some reason. Mm-hmm. He knows something's coming. Yeah. He's charging up. Yeah. But he thought it was Kong? Like he was ready to fucking unload hell just to get Kong again? I don't think it was just for Kong. I think there was something there, and then their worlds just ended up colliding. But like, I think he was gearing up for whatever the bottom half was. I think that is yours from the other day. But yeah, I really feel like that it definitely wasn't for Kong. I won't admit to that.
Okay, because when you walked out of that movie theater, you kind of spoke highly about the whole Godzilla X Kong.
Well, I thought it was cool. Like this is one of the things I could just turn my brain off. But obviously, if I start thinking about it, it's like, oh well, these are the inconsistencies these movies put in place, and I'm still not cool with the inconsistency of them feeling small. It doesn't. They don't feel like giants to me.
Yeah, no, they don't. That's my problem too. I hate that shit. It irritates the hell out of me.
Yeah, but
because watching it was just like brain-numbing violence, and I was just like, I don't like this kind of violence.
And then the spoon-fed shit, bro, where they're like, oh, this anti-gravity. Then having people explain it, I was like, oh, thanks for that. I understood how gravity works.
And then they're like, here's monkey punching another monkey with a baby monkey. Here you go.
Yeah. I did like seeing Mothra back. That was cool.
That was cool to see that, like, full circle moment.
Yeah, because she bit the dust in King of Monsters, right?
Yeah, she did what she had to do to save the world, so it's okay. But yeah, let us know your guys' thoughts. I mean, I guess that's kind of where we leave it at. Godzilla X Kong, getting another film. I mean, my thing is just. They should be focusing on spin-offs. They should be focusing on building a story and making these Godzilla, crossovers or whatever as like Avengers movies, right? Yeah. Like, just have them as, like, cinematic spots. You know what I mean? And it seems like they're just pumping them out like they're normal stuff. It doesn't feel epic. It feels cheap.
I think they hit the end game, right? I mean, where else can you... Like, I know in lore there's obviously more for them to go. Like, Ghidorah came from space, so there probably has to be another one out there. Like I said, Space Godzilla. Like, they have roots. But it feels like they hit the climax with Godzilla versus Kong already.
Yeah, they kind of rushed that one.
Yeah.
They should have gave... Like,
there should have been more team-ups of them before they fought, I think.
Yeah, there should have been a cameo within a different film at one point. You know what I mean? Like, maybe Godzilla... Like I said, what if Godzilla fought Mechagodzilla in his third movie, right? And then it turns out, oh, Godzilla did get his ass beat. He can't do it on his own or whatever, right? And somehow, some way, there's some conflict or whatever, and, Mecha is in the mix, and, yeah. It, like, there could have been a build-up to Godzilla versus Kong. Had him unleashing hell on a different side of the world where Godzilla didn't make it because he was dealing with some shit over here.
Yeah.
And have him have a reason. Not just be like, oh, competition says you're big and strong, you're the person I'm looking for. You know what
Basically,
I mean?
I don't know. I would say I'm looking forward to it. I just need a trailer, and it has to be better than this one, story-wise, I guess.
Okay. But the action-wise...
Action-wise, I thought it was pretty solid.
I will say the robot Kong hand was
the
cool.
gauntlet that he had was pretty cool.
Yeah. Can't be mad about that.
Yeah, no.
Let us know your guys' thoughts. Moving on, though. John Wick officially getting a spin-off with Donnie Yen's...
Another one.
With Donnie Yen's character.
Sign me up.
What's his name again in the film?
Blind? No.
Kane.
I was going to say Stick.
Kane.
But I was like, that's Daredevil.
We did talk about this when we did our John Wick 4 review.
Yeah.
Go check that out.
He doesn't like it.
Oh, wow.
Newsflash.
Damn. Well, then... They're like, well, then what's the point? But the thing is that one of those aspects of the film was Donnie Yen's Kane.
Yeah.
And I even said, he doesn't make any sense. And I know I already heard the talk back about, like, Daredevil or whatever. Donnie Yen's character is just a mere man who's blind, who apparently could do all kinds of crazy shit. He's not Daredevil. Daredevil has, like, echolocation, all that stuff. He's, like, literally a superhero. This guy is supposed to just be a blind assassin. A very good blind assassin. And though he's good, there's a couple times where he shouldn't have been as good as he is. And he should have went down. I'm telling you, if I die to a blind man who is shooting a gun, holy shit, bro. That's crazy.
You got the worst
luck. Like, he sprayed and he got one. He got somebody at that point. Ain't no way. Nah, man. Nah. We can't allow these spin-offs to happen, bro. Not these spin-offs.
Nah, bro. This one's cool. This is cool. I'm up for this.
John Wick 4 was not a good film.
Yes, it was. This isn't even about John Wick 4. Crazy.
I just wanted,
No.
like a blind man shooting a gun. I wanted it to catch a stray.
It's a good movie. It's a good movie. And I can't wait for this. 2025?
Yeah. Looking to do a 2025 release date.
I'm down. I'm down for this. He was cool.
No, filming set for Hong Kong in 2025. So they didn't even start filming till next year. Umbrella Academy writer Robert Askins is attached to the project.
That could be good. That could be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm down for it. I don't see why not. I know you have your gripes with the character and the movie entirely, but I think him and Nobody, I forget his name, Mr. Nobody or whatever his name was, the one with the dog, the tracker. They deserve. They deserve their spinoffs. I'm for sure.
The one with the dog. He's just a ripoff of Halle Berry's character in the second one.
Nah, man. No.
What do you mean?
No.
They couldn't get Halle Berry back, so they just got.
She's expensive.
Yeah. They couldn't get 3 dogs. They got 1.
Nah, bro.
They're like,
one very cool German Shepherd.
Singular man and 1 dog. That's all we can afford. We can't afford Storm anymore with 3 dogs.
Isn't that why John Wick was running through dogs, basically, right? It wasn't just the first one, but he had a second one, and then in the third one he had that pit bull.
Yeah. Oh no, he had a pit bull from the second to the third.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I'm excited for this. I can't wait. Sign me up. I don't see the gripe, bro.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
It's violence. It's mindless violence. I can get behind that.
It's mindless violence. Okay.
I wonder if
you guys heard it here first. It's mindless violence.
Of course it is. Yeah, these movies always are. This is exactly. I mean, this is kind of like.
Okay.
The kaiju movies.
Is mindless violence always good? Because you even said it was mindless violence with Kong X Godzilla, and you enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
And though I can acknowledge when mindless violence is, kind of crazy and, it has some cool spots, I can't just sit there for 2 hours watching mindless violence when you could watch meaningful violence in a different movie.
What's meaningful violence?
I don't know. Keanu Reeves versus the Matrix in in the second one when he was fighting all the Agent Smiths.
Well, yeah, but that's all.
That's meaningful violence.
Well, yeah, that's all story-driven stuff. The John Wick movies aren't like
they're not story-driven.
They're story-driven, but they're not like Goodfellas. They're not like cinematic masterpieces. You know what I'm saying?
You could make it that way. I think they peaked with the second one, and then the third one was good, but I don't think it was as good as the second one. I honestly believe John Wick had the Empire Strikes Back treatment for like action films, because I think the second one was really good, and then the third one, though it was good, it wasn't as good as the second one, and then the first one was good, but it was just it was the beginning. It was the beginning.
The second one was good,
and then the fourth one came out and just.
But that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like, all these ones
you get one shot with a fire breath shotgun, and everybody fucking creams their pants. Chill out, bro.
Crazy.
Chill out, bro.
What a fucking hater. No.
Chill out, bro.
But that's what I mean. Like the first one, he's getting revenge for them killing their dog. I can't remember the plot of the second one. I know it was more elaborate, so I'll give you that one. But the third one, he's excommunicado, and he's on the run for being excommunicado.
And he loses the tip of his finger.
Yes. What? How is that eccentric to the plot?
He had to cut off his finger. He didn't even get it cut off. He cut it off himself, so he could. So he wouldn't die.
Yeah, okay. That was in the fourth one.
This is in the third one. The fourth one, he was missing a finger.
Oh wait, no, yeah, that's right. In the fourth one, he had to kill that fat guy.
Yeah,
yeah. But yeah, no, I think they're all kind of like basic stories, just so they can fit in that mind-numbing violence. Otherwise, they wouldn't be up in the ante every time. You'd have to rely on story. And while the second one did, I can get behind that these movies are dumb.
Like I said, I think the first two were very much story like, and then the third one tried to repeat the second one's story, just try to kind of continue it or whatever, and then the fourth one just extended that again. It's like, he'll never be safe, and then he could basically dodge bullets,
and then he died.
Survive. Yeah, eventually. Spoiler.
That movie's been out for like 2 years, bro. There's no spoilers now.
What do you mean? Some people haven't watched John Wick.
If you haven't seen the first John Wick by now, that's crazy.
I think Joe from the shout out to the Peter Joe podcast, but Joe from over there, he recently watched John Wick. He said he hated it.
Well, what can you do? I don't know what to tell. I don't know what to tell you. I mean,
well, it is what it is. I don't know. Donnie Yen, man, a blind mercenary.
That's gonna be cool. Donnie Yen does cool shit, bro.
Yeah, I think so. Ip Man was crazy.
He's a good actor.
All 4 Ip Men were pretty crazy.
He's a good actor.
Yeah. I loved him in Rogue One.
He can act blind.
Yeah.
See, he was blind there too.
Yeah. So
but you gave it a pass.
Hold on. You see all the praises I give it for meaningful stories. And then we get a John Wick 4. And we're like, what the fuck happened, Donnie Yen? You just think you can just play
shit.
a blind mercenary every single time and you just be good? That's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
He did play a blind one in Rogue One.
Yeah, he
did a good job.
Yeah. You could trust him with a staff.
The Force is with me.
Yeah, see, you can trust him with a staff, but you can't trust him with a gun? What?
Yeah, it makes more sense because he has the Force. Does he have the Force
he
in
doesn't
John
have
Wick
the
4?
Force.
No,
in Rogue One.
He might as well have the Force in John Wick 4.
He's just a monk.
No, he's very rooted into like the Force and stuff.
Yeah,
that's why. Why do you think he says the line?
But he doesn't use the Force.
I'm one with the Force, and the Force is with me.
Yeah, but he
doesn't
use the Force.
Does he say that in this film? In John Wick 4, does he say, I'm one with the Force and the Force is with me?
No, he doesn't.
And then
say that.
pops them in the brain.
Yeah, no.
We don't use blasters around here.
We use a real gun.
Yeah. Dip sauce in the blammy.
That's crazy, bro. I don't know. So you're not excited for this?
No, not even a little bit.
Okay.
I actually think this is absurd.
What? this and what is it? Ballerina? They're not calling your name or what?
Ballerina, yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, that one makes more sense.
How?
And Anna de Armas.
Sexist. You don't find Donnie Yen hot like?
No, I think so. But I seen what he brought to the table, and it was not good.
We haven't seen what Anna de Armas brings to the table?
Well, I mean, we seen her in I seen her in what do you call it? 007. She did really good as an agent in 007. So just imagine her as Ballerina. Donnie Yen, he did really good in the It movies. Like I said, Rogue One, I loved it. I'm praising it. You see me? I don't hate it. And then we get to this film. We get to John Wick 4. And then, it's like, I still loved him. Like I said, I think he did good work.
Outside of the movie, his character is cool. No, it doesn't.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yes,
his character doesn't make it. Literally, his character makes literally 0 sense.
How?
If they would have at least added a little tidbit where it was like, oh well, I don't know, he fucking got a chip implanted in his brain where it helps him. He doesn't see, but he whatever. Like make it make sense or something. Not just he's blind and he can kick your ass. Yeah. Well, what if I stand over here, very quietly? While he's looking that way, While he's looking straight, I just move to his left side. He doesn't hear me. What do I do? I think there was one scene. I think that's the scene that threw me out. There was one scene where they were all in a glass room, and like he's over there standing around, like he's trying to figure out where they're at, and the dude has to use the glass, and he hears it, and he's like, he's looking around and shit, and then eventually, he gets the kill or whatever, but he was literally confused on where he was at for a second and was using the glass, and then as he gets back up, all of a sudden he knows where people are at now. It's like, man, that just don't make no sense. That just don't make no sense.
Hater.
I think that's the scene that really threw me out. Where I was like, in the beginning, I was like, this is pretty cool. And then that scene happened. I can remember. Yeah, that's the scene that happened. And I was just like,
certified hater.
Certified.
Crazy.
But yeah, let us know your guys' thoughts on this Donnie Yen spinoff. Am I being too harsh on John Wick 4? Should I let up?
Yes.
I'm asking them, not you.
Oh, my fault.
Yeah, let us know out there. But yeah, no, Donnie Yen, bro. Shake my head. Moving on though, the Fantastic Four cast is stacking up. We got Natasha Lyonne joining the cast.
Yeah.
We did see her in Ryan Johnson's Poker Face.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if that gives you anything. Now, I don't think she's playing Herbie unless her voice is very distinct, which it is very distinct, and, they want her to play Herbie. But I don't think that's the character.
I don't think so.
No. I mean, she's joining the cast that is pretty much stacked right now. We got Vanessa Kirby as Sue, Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards, Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, Ebon Moss-Backrack as Ben Grimm, Julia Gardner as Silver Surfer, Paul Walter Hauser and John Malkovich and Ralph Ensign are also on there. And Ralph Ensign is supposed to play Galactus. We don't know who Malkovich and Paul Walter Hauser is playing. I honestly think Paul is probably playing Herbie.
I think it's gonna be Mole Man.
I seen that, and I'm just like, nobody knows who that is.
No, of course not.
Why would they bring in a Mole Man so early? I think he's gonna voice Herbie.
I don't think so.
I think people are throwing it out of proportion.
I think John Malkovich is gonna be Herbie.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Wouldn't that be funny as hell?
That would be funny.
That would be so funny. A lot of people were saying that she might be Ben Grimm's girlfriend or whatever.
Who?
The Thing.
Oh, Ben Grimm.
Yeah.
Oh, she could be. That'd be pretty cool.
That's what they were saying. That's what people were theorizing, because I guess he dates a redhead or something like that in the comics.
Mm.
So I don't know entirely sure who she could be, but if Sue and Reed are already like having their children and stuff, I'd imagine he's probably in a relationship by now too.
Oh, okay. So that could be his girl. So that'd be wasted in my opinion. I liked her in Poker Face.
Yeah.
I would want to see her as like, honestly, her voice is kind of distinct, and I think it's, I don't know if it got on my nerves or if I really like loved it. It was like a love-hate thing with the voice, but I wouldn't mind hearing her as Herbie too, if they went that route.
I want John Malkovich as Herbie.
You can't do that.
Yeah, you can.
You can't do that.
Yeah, you can.
He's not gonna do that. There ain't no way.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
They can't. They can't do that. They're not.
They can.
Why?
Was John Malkovich the guy from Transformers 3?
John Malkovich? Yeah, he was the boss.
Okay,
Mhm.
just making sure. I'm gonna get my people confused.
Why you get him in that movie? Con Air.
What? I don't know. I'm
What?
kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no.
Red.
Right. Looking around. Right.
Yeah, I knew that.
Nick Cage and
Nicolas Cage.
Chris Tucker and whoever.
No,
No,
Chris Tucker.
no, he's not in there.
I knew he wasn't in there. I know that. I knew that shit,
I
bro.
was trying to set you up. Yeah, he was in that one, and then he was also in Red.
Yeah, I've
Red
seen
1 and 2.
both of them, yeah. Where he's like, "Stop faking your death, you son of a bitch."
Yeah. Oh yeah, he stabs him and stuff. That's funny.
But I think it'd be kind of funny to hear him as Herbie. I don't know who else he could be, but I think it'd be funny as shit.
Probably. So Natasha, either the girlfriend or Herbie. Is that kind of our conclusion?
I could see that.
She could either go either which way.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I could kind of be in agreement. Either or. I don't know about the redhead situation.
Yeah,
but,
I don't know.
I mean, if that's the thing.
That's what people were throwing around. That's just where I get most of my theories. But on to the more pressing issue. I've been seeing on Twitter that apparently this cast is too white. Well, how do you feel about that? Yeah, it's been a lot of drama about this cast being like nothing but like no seasoning, as people put it.
No seasoning.
Like it's not very distinct and stuff. And I was just curious on that. I didn't care much either. I know this pressing issue has been a topic. We run into it when we get any type of casting for anything, and it's always like, oh, well, why didn't they get a black person and stuff? Okay, but what if you get a black person and they're not Jewish? Because that's such a pressing issue, you know what I mean? Like, what if Ebon Moss-Backrack lost the rollout to a black person, Mexican or whatever, and it's like, oh, well, now he's not Jewish, and it's like, you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't care because this is the stuff that I'm trusting the casting directors to put into the story, right? If a black man fits the role, fine. If they don't, why are you gonna put him in there? It doesn't matter, and it shouldn't. It's not about that. It's about the acting chops.
Yeah.
If Natasha is beating out, I don't know, Halle Berry and Beyonce, whoever the fuck is in line, shit. Let's say if she wasn't in Echo already, what if she was in the running for it as well? Yeah. Let's say somebody with no chops, somebody who's been in Ryan Johnson's Poker Face, has done
Oscar
TV before.
Right?
Yeah, she's Oscar nominated. She's been in movies before. You're going to pick a nobody, you're going to pick somebody who has it. Does it matter if she's white or not? Like, no. It doesn't matter. I just think people that are going to do the job well, make it believable, make the movie amazing, and that's it. That's all I give a shit about. Because, I mean, you see when they try to just, like, throw people in there just to, how some people say, like, check boxes and whatnot. it doesn't work out all the time. You need to make sure that it fits. Like, I mean, they casted Michael B. Jordan as the Human Torch last time, and you guys flamed him. No pun intended.
It's crazy shit, bro. I just wanted to see what the 2 cents was, but I mean, yeah, I don't really care.
I'm one of those that you cast somebody who has the acting chops and who fits the role.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Don't do any of that extra stuff. You know.
Okay.
Recently, like, you know, T.J. Miller, he's been coming around, right? And I never thought he was a good actor, anyways, right? I thought he was okay at best.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's over there dragging Ryan Reynolds, saying all this stuff or whatever, and all because he can't really get roles and, you know, the controversy that he's been in. And he is one of those actors that, you know, he can try to rise up and do whatever and blah, 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 but he's never going to reach those ranks. So I would never want to put him as a comedian in anything else or whatever, blah, 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 over, I don't know, let's say, I don't know, that dude online. Like, yeah, either which way, it just doesn't matter. Yeah, no. So we'll have to wait and see what role she plays, and the other two as well. Paul Walter Hauser
and John Malkovich.
John Malkovich. Ralph Ineson as Galactus. I mean, what if she's Galactus's girlfriend?
Yeah, wow, that'd be weird.
He likes redheads.
That'd be weird.
Loved redheads.
He just comes to Earth. You. No.
I want that one. That's the one. I'm gonna eat the rest of the world though, so you're gonna have to go with me. Let us know you guys' thoughts. This cast is getting stacked. Do you care that this is an all-white cast? Do you find these castings amazing? Do you hate them? Can you replace a couple people? Let us know your guys' thoughts. I know I've been saying it for a while. I don't know if Pedro Pascal is a good fit for Reed Richards.
Yeah.
Technically, he's not white.
No, he's Chilean. Chilean?
Yeah, he's not white.
Apparently, that's not enough. Apparently, that's not enough.
And I thought Ebon, like, he was picked because he was Jewish.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you want a black Jewish
I don't know, bro.
thing or
the
something?
the amount of diversity that people want is crazy, and you're not always gonna get it. That's just how it is.
Yeah, there you go. Right on the money. Moving on though, rumor. Take it with a grain of salt. Apparently, Austin Butler, the man who played Elvis, he was also in Dune Part 2, is being eyed to star as possibly Jack Sparrow in a rebooted Pirates of the Caribbean. We did hear that Margot Robbie's was not happening anymore after all, and that they're moving on to maybe a different possibility, and Austin Butler being a part of that narrative. And this is just a rumor, guys, so take it with a grain of salt. So it just, you know, anything could change. He could say no. Maybe he doesn't have a contract in play. But rumor has it Disney's been having the talks.
I don't know if I see him as Jack Sparrow. I mean, I know he probably has the improv for it, but I don't know. I don't think I see it. And if it's for a reboot, praying it to whoever. If it's not him, to whoever has to be Jack Sparrow. I don't know. A reboot doesn't sit right with me for this franchise. Like, how do you do it better than, I mean, everyone that we've had? Like, and not even just Johnny Depp, but who played Barbosa and all that? Like all those people, bro. They can't be replaced.
I was really looking forward to Keira Knightley coming back, and Orlando Bloom. Sucks that's not gonna happen.
Fuck you, Disney.
Fucking Amber Heard. It wasn't Disney. It was Amber Turd over there.
All right, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like this is
it all started with a poop in the bed.
All right.
And now we're getting a poop casting.
Unjustified.
Shit's crazy. There's no reason that we should be getting this kind of casting, because if she would have just not done what she did, it would have been okay. But at the same time, I do acknowledge that it was a two-sided problem.
It was in the bed.
It was a two-sided problem, but you know, she did take it a little bit further.
Okay.
A lot of further.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel. I guess I'm not. I don't feel good about it, but I don't feel bad about it either, because I do think he's a good actor.
Yeah, but what kind of juice could he bring to the franchise? You know,
Elvis Presley.
Johnny would always say that, you know, he really improv'd a lot. He really brought a lot of his.
He improvised a lot. He improvised a lot for Elvis, right?
Him?
Yeah.
The guy that couldn't lose a voice after a year or whatever. He's like, I feel like I'm always gonna have an Elvis accent.
Yeah.
So if he starts talking like Jack Sparrow, is he always gonna? He's always
Probably.
He's gonna forever sound like Johnny Depp.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. It's just a shtick he won't let go.
I'm gonna have to go to therapy to get this.
But he said he was improving like that. So I mean, I don't see why not, right?
Yeah, but I mean, Johnny did it in like a different. I don't know if this guy can bring it like that, man.
Crazy.
I haven't seen his performance in Doom Part 2 either, so
Comes out this week though, so you gotta watch both of them.
I do.
Yeah.
I'll get around to
It's
it.
on your own agenda, but I don't know. I don't know how to feel. That's like my big takeaway.
I am climbing through X-Men 97 though, so just to give an update.
Very good.
Climbing through there.
Taking forever.
Episode 5 made me wanna cry.
That made me cry.
He said, "I could finally feel you."
Yeah,
You bitch.
that shit was tough. Damn.
She was over here bouncing around.
Yeah, bro.
No, I love you. No, I don't love you. Fuck you. I would have left her.
He did, technically.
And that shit was crazy. So, you know, I don't want to take it off topic, but surprisingly, Disney kind of gave us some maturity behind this one.
Yeah.
The blood, you know, them getting stabbed, death actually being a part. I mean, they didn't really show too much, but I mean, maybe that whole Bayou de Mayo fiasco about OnlyFans was real, because I mean, at one point we seen Rogue leaving the bed, Magneto was under it. You know, it's like alluding obviously that something happened, and it's like, this not a kid show? Like,
Yeah.
this was Saturday morning cartoons, buddy. What the fuck's going on here? You know?
Yeah.
But I
The
thought
MCU taking a little mature.
it's good.
Right.
I like it. This is kind of like scraping that border of, you know, allowing children to see and everything, and I'm there for it.
Yeah.
That's the stuff that really that shows like that could be ahead of its pack, you know, at least on Disney Plus, because I guess Disney Plus is becoming a fucking playground at this point.
Yeah. You can only worry about the second season being good, and then by the third season it's not gonna have his influence, so who knows.
We'll see what happens. But Austin Butler, I don't think he should even be taking Johnny Depp's role. He should really, in my opinion, rethink that one. That one's
Just be someone new.
Yeah, be Sparrow Jack, coming from the South Central Sea. I don't know.
Be Bird Jason.
Bird Jason. There
Bird
you go.
Jason.
What does he look like? He looks like a butler. Just make him a butler.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
Sir Moti. Hey, Austin, come on. Sir Moti.
No. Crazy.
No. Okay.
But I don't know who he could be. That's a very like up in the air question.
Yeah. Well, and let's just say maybe he doesn't take. Let's just say it's just the leading role, and it's just, you know, a whole different character that maybe Johnny Depp comes back and meets. Oh, look, it's Doom.
Whoever his name is at the time. I know he can lead. I know he's an actor. I just don't know if he's taking Johnny Depp's spot.
Yeah. Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
Yeah, that's all we can hope for.
Unless they say, like, this is going to be a prequel.
He's going to be Jack Sparrow, young.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'd sit right with the idea. Like, I understand, unless he can bring the same, like, essence and stuff, I wouldn't mind it, but I see a problem with that. So
yeah, because if it's like a young him, and then I'd be on board with it as long as the timeline lines up, and then he obviously, like, by the third film we see him, you know, getting pushed off on the island, and then obviously by Pirates 1 we see him on the boat.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Just a full circle moment where Barbossa ditches him on the island.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that happening.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Take my money, Disney. Take my money. Let us know you guys' thoughts. Austin Butler potentially getting a role for Pirates of the Caribbean. That's actually pretty interesting. I would have never thought they would have reached that far. He did do good in Elvis. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
The movie itself has some editing issues in my opinion, but maybe pacing problem. But he did good as the character.
Yeah.
So I think he could bring something.
He was a good Elvis.
I just don't know what he could bring. Let's be honest. But moving on though, Fall 2 getting pushed forward with the Jigsaw directors coming in to helm the second installment. Michael and Peter Sperg. We did see that the duo direct Jigsaw, that Chris Rock was in there.
Fuck. Oh no. No. Lost me already.
What do you mean?
Lost me.
Wait.
Lost me.
Hold on.
Lost me, bro.
Hold on. Was it Jigsaw? Did you know what movie that was, or was it Chris Rock?
What? Chris Rock is in the movie too. Like, no, bro. Jigsaw. That movie was no.
I don't think we're talking about the right one.
You said the one with Chris Rock.
Chris Rock was Spiral. Jigsaw's the one with the bucket helmets.
That's still terrible.
Oh, you didn't like that one?
No. Nope.
You don't like that one?
No.
The one with the bucket helmets?
Where it's like a prequel? No.
Yeah,
No.
and like the dude, the bicycle, and it
Yes. No.
cuts up his body.
Mm-mm.
You remember?
Yes, I do.
Dude gets his leg cut
Yeah,
off.
no, I'm
with the
familiar with the movie.
okay.
I no. If it's like that, terrible.
Laser's head.
Yes, I know what it
Okay.
is.
You didn't like the laser's head thing?
The traps were cool,
Okay.
but the directors are not. Those are two different things.
You take that back.
No,
They did good.
no, they didn't.
What do you mean?
No, terrible. Don't
What-
throw the movie away.
What do you mean? Did you watch the first one?
No, I want to.
Oh, bro, it plays on my fear, bro. I'm scared of heights. That shit's scary to me. That shit's scary to me. You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it for sure. It's actually really good. I thought I was gonna fall.
From your seat?
Yeah.
All right, okay. I think that's a little alarming, but all right.
No, it's not.
But yeah,
The
no, I
movie
don't know, bro. I
Did
don't,
what it had to do.
what does a sequel really have to
That's-
gain from this? I haven't seen the first one, so I guess try not to spoil it. But like why would there need to be a sequel?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, just to give like a brief synopsis, is literally about just two girls that like to climb. That they climb old towers and stuff.
Yeah.
So they get to the highest point. They like doing that shit, and they wound up doing that, and they actually got stuck.
Oh, okay.
So it's not really like too crazy premise. It's the stuff that happens in between. But so it's like, what can Fall 2 really do besides just set somebody else up to be in that same position?
Yeah.
And it's magic the first time, right? Can you redo it the second time without going through the same tropes you did the first time around?
It's Fall, but the tower's bigger. Like what? No.
You're gonna double the fall now.
Yeah. Double it, give it to the next puss.
Yeah.
But I don't know. A Jigsaw director sounds alarming. I'm sure the movie could be cool, but the directors is something to be very worried about.
I don't like this slander.
Maybe don't make the second the worst Saw movie.
Wow, and it's confirmed too, because you put it on your list that way.
Go check out our Jigsaw ranking.
Oh yeah, we did that last
For
year. We
Halloween.
had to torture him for like a whole month.
That shit was tough, dude. That shit was tough. You can hear how tough it is by old Josh's demeanor. Go ahead, go check that out wherever you get your
Demeanor.
products. That shit was tough, bro. I don't fucking do well with this shit.
Yeah, with blood and stuff. Well, don't be so scared.
This is the one that was talking about falling out of his chair watching Fall.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Crazy how it been.
I mean, they wrote Winchester. They directed Jigsaw.
Their biggest hit was Jigsaw.
Yeah, basically, yeah, that's basically it. Their biggest hit was Jigsaw.
Crazy.
Yeah, and they basically work together. It's like two brains make one super brain.
Okay. I guess.
No?
I
Doesn't make
don't-
sense?
I don't know. That doesn't make sense.
No. You rub two coconuts together, you get something good.
Do you?
I don't know.
What do you get?
Coconuts.
You get
Rubbing coconuts.
okay. So you don't get anything but the sensation of coconuts rubbing together.
Is that not good enough?
No, it's not.
Oh, well, that's just a miserable way to live.
Crazy. But yeah, no. I guess I'm just not looking forward to it. Maybe I got to see the first one to see what it's gonna be like. But until then, I guess I'm not really like jumping for joy at this.
Well, it says here that a potential trilogy too. So I mean,
What the fuck?
that's what I'm saying. Like, how many times are they gonna fall?
How many times? These bitches didn't learn from the first time. Assuming it's gonna follow the same characters.
Yeah. I mean, well, no, I don't think it's gonna follow the same characters. I'm pretty sure by the end of it, the characters are gonna be like, "We're never doing this again. We're never doing this again for sure." That's just not okay. Let me know out there if you've seen the first Fall. Let us know if you guys want a review of the first movie. Get Josh to watch it, and hopefully he likes it. But then again, you can't trust his taste because he likes Donnie Yen's character. in
Crazy.
Dawn of
Crazy. But he likes Jigsaw. Crazy.
Oh
fucking.
wow!
Yeah,
because
full
Jigsaw
circle.
was pretty good.
No, it wasn't.
Bucket helmets.
No,
I
no.
told you the lasers.
The traps were cool, but they weren't. The whole movie was kind of Come on now.
Donnie Yen's character.
I had a third helper this whole time. No, you didn't. Fuck out my face.
Oh, I got a walking stick.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Making fun of a disability is crazy.
Moving on though, we got the Jason universe beginning to happen.
Yeah.
Apparently, this seems like a good indication or a good hint on why A24's Crystal Lake is probably going through a revamp right now.
Yes.
We did talk about that in a previous episode, last week's episode, so go
Yeah,
check
yeah.
those out. But they put out this picture, this logo, with Jason's mask here. It says Jason Universe with a 1 and a 3 as obviously the 13 for Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th.
They're planning to do, let's see. It says the Jason website and their social media put out the statement. For decades, Jason shocked and thrilled audiences who kept coming back for more. We're excited to work with Victor Miller and Mark Toberoff on new projects we'll announce in the coming months. Robert Bersamian, president of Horror Inc., said in a statement to IGN. It says here, Victor Miller is the screenwriter of the original Friday the 13th, who reclaimed the domestic rights to the original slasher film in 2021 after the lengthy lawsuit. Miller, however, is not part of Horror Inc. So he owns it, but he's letting other people drive the ship to make it successful. So they want to make basically a universe out of this. It says Barzaman is an executive producer on the upcoming A24 and Peacock expanded prequel series Crystal Lake. So he does have a hand in it. He is trying to revamp it to make sure that it fits within this Jason universe that they're trying to build. I'm assuming that it's going to weave through movies and TV shows like on Peacock.
Yeah.
That's why they signed A24. They're going to make the TV show. And then eventually I'm assuming we're going to see Jason Voorhees on the big screen again now that the whole lawsuit thing. And I'm hoping we'll get another game out of this too. Robbie Barziman, VP of Horror Inc., also added, "We're focused on honoring the legacy while elevating the fan experience and appealing to today's horror audience. And as we develop new ways to watch, interact, and engage with the Jason universe, with a unique stability to remain at the forefront of pop culture for 44 years." What? Jason continues to top charts as one of the scariest villains of all time.
What the fuck?
With strong global awareness across multiple generations, thanks to billions of TikTok views, plus millions and millions of gamers and movie fans. The GM of Horror Inc. said, "We can't wait to introduce new Jason Universe activations to these amazing fans."
Well, that's gotta be bullshit.
And at the forefront of horror.
Forefront of horror, my ass. That boy has been dormant.
Myers
has been through 2 different reboots. So
Yeah.
while his ass was fucking sleeping.
Yeah.
Freddy had 1 reboot. Chucky has had 4 whole seasons and multiple movies since this fucker's been dead.
I think the last Jason movie we got was Reboot back in 2013.
Yeah. Hellraiser had a reboot.
And they're coming out with a sequel.
Candyman got its 3rd fucking movie or reboot, whatever the fuck it was. I don't know. You said it was a continuation.
Yeah.
Insidious is going to be on its 5th movie. Bullshit. Forefront of horror, bro. Jeepers Creepers got its 3rd installment, and that shit was ass, but it got its 3rd movie.
The game was fun.
They got Pooh, the universe being made before this movie. Forefront of horror, my
Jigsaw
ass.
has been making movies.
Jigsaw has been the forefront of horror also. So
Evil Dead came out with another movie.
This Freddy has not been the forefront, or not Freddy. Jason has not been the forefront of horror in forever. Okay, that's bullshit. That's complete horse manure. The game was cool, but they shut it down because of the rights.
Yeah.
So if they can revamp that while they're working in all this bullshit, sure. But Jason being the forefront of horror, my ass, bro. Cap. Hella cap.
I mean, and he did do crazy stuff, but like I said, that 2013 reboot, not a lot of people liked it, but I thought that shit was pretty scary. There was a lot of good kills, a lot of blood, gore.
His skills were creative.
Mm-hmm.
I won't lie.
Yeah. I mean, they did do a good job, and then they just dropped the ball.
They dropped the ball because of
I mean, they gave us Freddy X Jason, bro. That's crazy. That's a crazy feat in and itself.
Yeah, no, it's a crazy movie. Tread lightly.
Why?
Because I like it.
I like it too.
Okay.
I love it. I think it's great. I honestly, one of the, like, growing up, one of the best horror movies I ever watched. Only because I was like, I've never seen 2, and then that always made me think, like, I want to see, Michael Myers go up against Jason now and stuff like that. And I thought they were gonna go down that route, but I guess Freddy X Jason was just like a fluke.
Yeah. It's so funny to hear how that shit happened. Like, have you ever seen the kill count for that movie?
No.
Okay, well, do you know what the kill count is?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay, you know how they
Shout out to them.
you know how they like deep dive into like horror movies and stuff and how they made?
Mm-hmm.
Like, apparently this one had to be made because Jason was losing rights and so was Freddy, I guess. And so they were like, "Oh, well, we could just make them fight each other."
Oh.
But I guess that ending scene where he drags his mask down into the sand or whatever at the end of Jason X or whatever is like that was added last minute so they can do all that.
So so you're saying that at the end when he came out of the water and he was holding Freddy's head?
No. And damn, which one was it? Was it? I'm assuming Jason. Was it Jason X, or I forget which nightmare. I can't remember which one. I remember though where he it's Freddy's claw and he comes out the sand gripping Jason's mask.
Oh, that's right.
That was added at the end of whatever movie. I just can't remember which one. I'm assuming it was Jason X.
Oh, it was Jason Goes to Hell.
Yeah.
It was that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. I remember now. Yeah, I haven't seen those movies.
That was added last minute so they could do that whole thing.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't even know that. Yeah, I haven't seen that movie in forever. I gotta do a rewatch of this Jason franchise. I've been trying to get the physical media copies for a while, so my birthday's coming up. Moving on though.
Forefront of horror, my ass.
Yeah, let us know what you guys think about this whole Jason universe. I mean, if they bring him back, cool. I mean, I just want another video game. I really like the other video game they had.
Yeah.
If they can update it and, like you said, just kind of pioneer it to something different, and if they are gonna do like a movie, TV universe with Peacock and stuff like that, that sounds pretty interesting too.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you could bring him back to the forefront of horror.
Yeah.
Because let's just say he's been taking a little bit of a backseat
for sure. He had to watch Michael through his dusty ass mask. Like
he's over there in jail, and Michael's over there not getting to be shown in his third movie.
He's just like, all right, Michael, you're getting another movie. Jason's like, another one.
When is it my turn? Oh, you're still going through litigation.
Oh, yeah, bro.
But let us know you guys' thoughts. Moving on though, Universal still making moves with some delays, some confirmations, and all the good stuff. So first things first, we got Five Nights at Freddy's finally getting a release date, which they're aiming for December 5th, 2025 release date.
Yeah.
So next year, December for a horror film, especially like a Five Nights at Freddy's, wasn't on my bingo card because I think last year when this one came out, it was back in October.
Yeah.
Around Halloween time.
Yeah.
Kind of give you a reason to want to go watch it.
Yes.
You're going to wait a couple days after Halloween because in my head, once Halloween hits and it's past, it's Christmas.
Yeah.
So,
no one's going to want to see a horror movie in December.
Yeah. No, it's not. It doesn't seem. I mean, if they do that whole stream and box office thing again, I mean, it could do numbers. Because, I mean, it did do numbers. That was crazy.
Yeah, it should blew itself out the water.
That shit was actually pretty crazy. So,
it scared the Saw franchise.
You okay with the position it's in, or you afraid? What you think?
I wish it was different. I would have liked it sooner. I could probably understand why it's taking forever, but if they give it a Christmas vibe like Krampus, where it's like just a horror movie, horror shit going on during the holidays, maybe that could work. Lean into that mixed balance of like Nightmare Before Christmas, all this and that.
Yeah.
But if it's just like a straight horror movie, no one's really gonna want to see it. But I am banking on the idea that it is still Freddy, Freddy Fazbear and all that. So maybe the name is big enough to carry it again for a second time.
Maybe. Unless you saw the movie and thought it was hot garbage, but that's just some people. Moving on though. Also, we get two other release dates: The Woman in the Yard and The Drop. The Woman in the Yard is gonna drop. The Woman in the Yard is gonna release March 28th, 2025, and Drop, the movie Drop, is gonna drop. It's gonna drop April 11th, 2025. Also, those two movies we really don't know about, but The Black Phone Part 2, which was announced literally a few months after the first one came out, is moving from a June 17th, 2025 spot to an October 17th, 2025. So that one's gonna get its.
That one's getting a Halloween release.
Yeah, I mean, I really liked the first one, so
the first one was pretty good.
I would prefer to watch this one during Halloween than Five Nights at Freddy's, but Megan 2.0 moving from May 16th, 2025 to June 17th, 2025.
I didn't see the first one.
You didn't watch it? Mm-mm. You still haven't watched it?
It wasn't interesting me. That one and the Chucky show.
You didn't like her dancing down the hallway?
I didn't see the movie.
It was on all the trailers.
Oh, then no.
Oh.
Thought that was dumb.
Oh.
Horse manure, if you ask me. But all these movies,
They literally had a bunch of like little Megans at like the football games and stuff like that.
creepy stuff, bro. How do you not hit it? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you not punch it?
Just punch it in the face. I mean, a lot of movement. Could it have been SAG strike, or is this just them making room to kind of fit? I'm thinking SAG strike because it seems like they're putting a lot of their movies in 2025, whereas they only have a few sprinkled out in 2024.
Yeah.
So I think they want to kind of make back their money with a 2025 year, and that's why we're getting about 5 releases in the same year.
Yeah.
We got those 2 unknowns, The Woman in the Yard and Drop, and then we got Megan 2, The Black Phone 2, and now
Freddy.
5 movies.
I'm pretty sure it is because of the strike, and I mean, October is a few months away. We are coming up on the middle of the year already. They wouldn't have time to pump all that out.
I don't know how many movies Blumhouse needs to put out, but Blumhouse should be a max 4 movies in October kind of studio. Like, if you focus your brain on like 4 movies and then just bang out maybe like 3, bang out like 3 solid movies during, October and shit around Halloween.
I think you'd have to gear up for October.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can literally promote and be like the studio that just makes horror films. And it's like, okay, but every single time we release is going to be around that horror time.
No, but instead they'd rather bank their money on January releases like Night Swim.
That's
fucking degenerates.
That's what I'm saying. And then like June, come on, like why are you going to put out or The Woman in the Yard, March? That just sounds like another Night Swim.
Yeah, the ones that happen in the middle of the beginning of the year, not around October, they got no faith.
Yeah. They're just like, it's not going to be scary. Is it? Boo. Okay, you guys can go home now. Because Night Swim was not a good thing. I waited for streaming. You on the other hand did not.
That shit was ass. I can't believe I wasted my money on it. That one's forever gonna haunt me.
I was always banking on it too. I was really banking on it.
Yeah, I told you it was gonna be stupid.
It's crazy, bro. That's crazy. But all these movements, all this shuffling,
SAG strike.
Yeah, it has to be SAG strike. Yeah, they're just trying to recoup some money. Yeah. Hopefully, the 2025 is going to be that year. Universal is making moves, though. They're trying to become like this. I think they really creeped up with this whole like movie scene. Obviously, they've been making movies, but they've been really hitting it a lot harder as of lately. Universal's just trying to up its game. And I'm excited for it. That's really good. A more horror theme to put on their horror nights and stuff like that. Their theme parks. Mm-hmm. Moving on, though, we're gonna talk about Sony and the shakeup and the movement that's happening as of right now. We did talk about the other day that Nicolas Cage is gonna have a Spider-Man noir film, but we're also for Amazon. Now we're hearing that was for a reason, right? First things first, we got to talk about the fact that Marvel decided to greenlight one, but then end one. Spider-Man Noir was greenlit, but shortly after, about a day later, Marvel's Silk Spider Society for Amazon, they were supposed to make one. This is the one where, the writer's room wasn't coming back to life after the SAG strike. They were just having hiccup after hiccup. Now they are planning to scrap it entirely. They're not going to put it out on Amazon. And, obviously you get a fine if you say that the writers don't have a job anymore. So instead they're shopping it around to different places. So it could still be alive. Angela Kang led. All right. That I'm assuming this is her. She's writing the story. Amazon couldn't find a perfect fit apparently, but they could find a good fit for Spider-Man Noir. What do you think about that?
I figured that one was dead. Unfortunate to say, but I mean, when we heard that a good 2 or 3 months after the strike, where they were like, "Oh, this is not moving like at all," I figured it was either going to be canceled or they were going to be fined. So I guess they just found it easier to scrap it all and then just be like, "Oh, someone else will handle this." But I was expecting it to fail. I wish it didn't. I kind of wish the Noir and that one switched places, but I guess this is where we're at. Unfortunate, really though.
So you would rather have Silk,
Yeah,
and that's only because,
I know the character.
but not
And Noir.
Nicolas Cage though.
I know Nicolas Cage. Noir sounded cool, but the way the synopsis made it sound, it sounds like it's going in a whole different direction. So I don't know.
Okay, interesting. So Amazon's not going to be producing it. They're switching focus to a different show, and Nicolas Cage said, "I'm game." That's probably going to be, it's going to be an interesting shape up for sure. But we also got more of a shake up. Sony Pictures profit slips to $800 million. Apparently, in 2023 they were at $894 million, and then now they drop into $808. They keep dropping down. They're blaming it on the flops that were Madam Web.
Yeah. Yeah.
Morbius.
Yes. Their whole villain cinematic universe.
Though Carnage, Let There Be Carnage did okay. It didn't really do crazy numbers.
Yeah, not enough to save it from drowning.
Venom was like probably their mild success, that they really were like, people want this, and they really decided to run very far with it, right? So far that somehow they managed to bag Dakota Johnson, Sydney Sweeney, and Isabella Merced, which, how they did it, who knows? Sony sees a fail and they're just like, they just didn't get it.
Yeah.
They'll get the next one.
Yeah.
Even their Sony Pictures chairman told Deadline, Tom Rothman confirmed that Venom: The Last Dance, the third and last Venom, is going to be huge. He says.
That's it.
Confirmed that it's just basically this is going to be the final stop. We're not getting any more. This is it. Venom: The Last Dance is the last Venom movie. Obviously, we still have Craven in the pipeline somewhere.
I don't know.
Is this a flop? There was one article that I was trying to look for that I can't seem to find, but rumor has it that Phil Lord, Christopher Miller, the people that helm Across the Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse, that they're going to be in charge of
Wasn't that debunked?
the Sony Marvel film division.
Yeah, wasn't that debunked though? Isn't that why you can't find it?
That's basically right. That's what I'm thinking. But if it's just a rumor, then, and this is potentially, because I was like, well, then what happened to Amy Pascal? There's no way that she's just hopping off. But some people are like, well, it's just a TV division. Well, if that's the case,
well, we the TV division. I mean, we've been ramping up. I mean, I've been seeing hella stuff about the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man show news. I've been seeing a lot of news about that.
mm-hmm.
So who knows what they're doing? Maybe they're just like, we can't hack it in the movie division. We gotta start again with TV, kind of like how they gave the Superman treatment for a bit.
Yeah,
but unfortunate, because you could still do a lot more with these characters, bro. You just gotta get more creative than just, here's an origin story where we don't wear our suits. Oh, and here's a character that without his nemesis to fight him, so on and so forth.
mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know what it could be. As for Venom: The Last Dance being the last one, I hope it's good. I hope it's a banger. I really hope that it doesn't let me down, because I've kind of enjoyed all of these movies, the first one and the second one. So
okay, yeah, I can't seem to find that, so I'm just gonna take that with a grain of salt right now. I can't find anything like that. See, the Hollywood Report, it says in the inverse right here, the Hollywood Reporter, according to the Hollywood Reporter, Christopher Miller and Phil Lord, the directing duo behind the stylized animation for hits Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse, will take control of Sony's Marvel's projects for the foreseeable future. While the two have never had such a high-level role, they have a deep collective resume when it comes to working on franchises, which include everything from the Lego Movie to 21 Jump Street.
wow.
So if they're taking over, and they're the reason why all this stuff is going to be basically put to an end, and say,
yeah,
hey, we're going to go a different direction. Pascal can still be the head, and them two are the creatives. She deals with business. They say, hey, these are the movies that we need to build up to this spot. Now, she could be, same thing, Kathleen Kennedy style. You know how some people say that, she's basically stopping certain movies but greenlighting the ones that they want. That could certainly be the case. But if they're going as far as being like, well, Silk doesn't fit in this universe, but they're like, Spider-Man Noir does.
Yeah.
It's like, what are they trying to do? Are they instead of going down the Sinister Six route, or that's basically what Sony was trying to do, right? Like the evil villain squad.
I'm assuming they were trying to get their villains established before having them meet Spider-Man.
Exactly. Instead of going that route, what if now Chris and Phil are now going down the route of making it Sony's multiverse or Spiderweb, whatever. Spider-Verse.
Sounds like a mess. Sounds like a big mess.
Like at the end of Into the Spider-Verse, Nicolas Cage popped back into his own universe where he's human. He's like Tom Holland and everybody. And then somehow, some way, he got pulled into Beyond the Spider-Verse.
The theory sounds like something they'd cook up, but I hope that's not true. I think that sounds really dumb and a weird approach to how your movies are failing, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I really hope that is not the case. Man, I got really nothing else to say simply other than I hope Venom 3 is good. Because I really have no, I guess I really don't have a reason to think that they're not capable or that it could be a rumor. But at the same time, a whole interconnected Spider-Verse from TV to movies sounds like a mess. When you could just have one Spider-Man leading your way.
Okay. Well, yes, but if them and the MCU have this deal, so would you rather them just take Spider-Man all together and just build that Sinister Six universe?
Yeah, basically.
I would have preferred that too.
Yeah.
Andrew Garfield should have still been here. We just watched TASM 2 in theaters. All right? We watched that not too long ago, and TASM 1, yes. And I firmly believe he should have been in Civil War. He should be in a different universe. He is Spider-Man right now in the MCU.
Yeah.
They just asked him, and he was like, sure.
Basically. But I don't know, bro. It probably should have been Andrew, but...
He lost Gwen Stacy, and he stopped pulling his punches against Cap. Crazy. What a crazy
Rhino.
setup.
Poor Rhino. He got the first
And we would have seen a great, Rhino. Poor Rhino.
He got the first bit of it, yeah. He's like, I'm already down. You got me out of the suit. He's still just beating his ass.
They're like, Spider-Man, I think he's down. No, he's not.
Not yet. But, yeah, bro. I don't know. And, moving forward with Tom Holland's Spider-Man, who's almost 30.
Wow, why you keep bringing that up?
We got to be pushing it out.
He still looks young. Look at him.
Yes, I'm well aware that he still looks young. But it's weird.
Hey, man. Youthfulness, bro.
Sacrificing babies and stuff.
Confirmed? No, but yeah, I don't know. A shakeup is happening, though, over there.
Yeah.
They're saying, Pascal, you have the inability to make deals and, foster a flourishing universe over here. I wish they would have gotten the hint probably around Morbius, but they were just like, hey, man.
Not going to happen. They were just like, we can make this work. They loved it so much. We can give them more. But we didn't love it. And we're not entirely sorry for bullying you into thinking we were into it. But, shit. Shows how manipulative we can be to a studio.
Madam Web coming out of all this.
Apparently it's #1 on Netflix. So, who knows why?
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I wonder what this shakeup is going to look like. I wonder if there will be a roadmap that they present at one point. Because if they're going to map it out, if everybody's basically getting their own Kevin Feige and they're just like, we can't just get one man to do this. Like, Marvel somehow figured out to make a machine, and we can't do that, so we need two heads. We need Peter Safran and James Gunn. We need Amy Pascal, and, Sony over there is a little bit more dumber, so we need two more creatives, right? Christopher and Phil Lord.
Crazy.
And, yeah, that's probably, and then you're gonna see Legendary get a new head, and then probably a creative at the bottom that's gonna helm these new, a new path for Godzilla. Like, you're gonna see them all follow suit.
I'm pretty sure, bro. I don't know. It's a mess. Sony's a mess. That's the best way to put it, bro. They've been a mess ever since they released that first Venom
Yeah.
without a Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Crazy shit.
Well, you loved Venom 2, so I don't know.
I do. Yeah, I do. For what they are.
Wow. You doubled down
Well,
on that
yeah,
line.
I can acknowledge that they're not perfect movies, but I can still like them.
Okay. All right. I'm going to spare you this time.
Okay.
That's random acts of kindness.
Okay.
Did you get it, though?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Just making sure. Moving on, though. We got our last couple topics. We got like 3. We got new trailers. We finally got a better look at the Wicked film. A 3-minute trailer. 3.5-minute trailer.
Okay.
You won't have to sit through all the noise. We will, and then we'll cut it down and we'll give you our thoughts. Now, we did see the first one, and you basically said no. I said no. I said, well, you like musicals. Maybe you just need more to see. You said no. But here we are. We still got more to see. So maybe this changes your mind. Maybe you say, hey, you know what? Maybe Wizards of I was going to say
Wizards of Waverly Place.
The Wizard of Oz is good. Actually, Wicked's good. Ariana Grande is going to be in this one. So
yeah, I don't know if it'll be good. So, I guess there's only one way to find out.
You like musicals.
Yeah, but not all of them. Some of them suck.
Okay. Maybe this one won't suck.
Maybe.
All right. Let's jump right in. Question mark?
Yes, hit play.
You're green.
I am. Welcome, new students, to Shiz University. Miss
Elphaba.
You can room with Miss Galinda.
Oh, popular. I know about popular. Oh, I saved you some space, by the way.
Do you really think this is fair?
I do not. I was promised a private suite. But thanks for asking.
November 28th. I don't. Not for my birthday, please.
No.
That didn't hit for you?
No.
You didn't think Ariana Grande sold that?
It looks visually appealing. Like, it looks like a very well, like it'll look really good. But not my cup of tea. No, thank you.
Cynthia Erivo is her name.
I'm not afraid jumps out window. No, fucking. That's funny, dude. Oh, yeah, no. Not my cup of tea. Definitely not my cup of tea. If you're into it, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Not my cup of tea.
Did you watch the one with
Yes.
You didn't even know
The one with James Franco?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jeff Goldblum is playing James Franco.
Yeah, I feel like they should have gotten James Franco. Full circle moment.
But allegation. You can't say.
Why not?
You don't know his allegation.
He can still work. Allegations are just allegations.
He got canceled to oblivion, so no, he can't.
A lot of people get canceled and make it back. Drake Bell is doing fine right now.
He's playing Mexican music.
What? So, yeah, he's accepted somewhere. And I'm pretty sure after his documentary, bro, he was welcomed with open arms. Ain't no way.
Oh, he went to the Canes Festival. Him and Shia LaBeouf were there. Crazy.
See? So, not totally cancelable. Hanging with Shia LaBeouf when your career's on the low.
There's literally an
crazy.
article saying here, is anyone canceled in Canes, Shia LaBeouf, and James Franco movies shopped amid France's Me Too movement?
Hanging with Shia LaBeouf when you're...
And that just happened a day ago. That's crazy.
Yeah, hanging with Shia LaBeouf while your career is on, like, a red flag doesn't really help, huh?
Well, I mean, there was that article too where him and the director from Megalopolis were like
smoking weed
and hanging out, and they were cool.
That's what I'm saying.
Causing trouble and shit.
Exactly. This movie's not for me. But Jeff Goldblum seems like a solid pick for the Wizard. Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So is this just her origin about how she became evil before, like, Dorothy and all that bullshit?
Yeah, basically.
I don't really care. Go watch Maleficent. I mean, Wicked. Sorry.
Wicked?
Is that what it's called?
Is it called Wicked?
Yeah.
You don't want to watch Wicked?
What? No. I don't want to watch.
You said go watch Wicked.
I said go watch Maleficent.
Oh,
and then I said, I mean, Wicked.
Oh, it's a joke.
God, man. Next trailer. Next trailer, bro.
I mean, maybe you just need another trailer.
No. What? No. 3-minute trailer is enough.
Yeah, that shit was a long trailer. I was sitting there the whole time.
I'm like, damn, this bitch is still going.
For it to end on a literal high note was like, damn,
crazy, bro. They really thought.
But, like, you screamed at me at the end there. I was,
come see my movie.
Jumps out the window. Oh my god. Okay, well, maybe streaming. We'll have to wait and see.
See you on Disney Plus.
Because you watched in the Heights, right?
I did.
And you didn't really you weren't invested in it until it hit streaming, and you were like, okay.
Oh, yeah, no, I saw it on streaming.
Yeah.
I haven't really seen a musical in theaters.
Does like Straight Outta Compton count?
No, those movies don't count as musicals, bro. We're not gonna have this conversation again.
just checking. Check out the Wicked trailer. Let us know your guys' thoughts. Moving on though, Sony's next film endeavor that's not superhero related is gonna go to Blake Lively. Ryan Reynolds' hubby.
Yeah.
She's gonna be in a film called It Ends With Us.
Oh. Okay.
Not too much. I don't know too much about it. Have you heard about this trailer? Anything about it?
I think I've heard of the movie, but I don't think I know anything about a trailer. So
okay. Well, let's check it out. We'll get the thoughts collected afterwards.
Okay.
Hey, Lily, you want to do the honors?
No, you go ahead. I need to take it in from here.
I was hoping you'd say that. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, that's my brother Ryle.
The first official customer?
Well, you'd have to buy something to be considered a customer. Right now, you're just loitering. We all have an idea of what love can be.
I want to see you again.
Now you see me.
You know what I mean.
That special connection you feel. That first kiss. But 15 seconds. That's all it takes.
Another dud, bro. I can't.
2 for 2.
Shit, I can't do it. It's so bad. And the fuck. You know what? I think our girls will like it. I think yours will like it.
Of course they will.
Send the trailer. It ends with us. I'm gonna send Julie the trailer, and I'm gonna see what she tells me back. But a good movie for maybe women. I think a good chick flick for sure.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend it for a male audience.
Yeah, no.
Unless you're taking your girl to go watch it or something.
Yeah. In which case it's different.
Yeah. Then you just gotta sit there as she looks at you like, can he do this to me?
They're just like, what if I'm standing next to an abuser right now? Crazy, bro. Crazy.
I'm just saying.
Every time I see these movies, this is a completely unrelated topic, but I be listening to music, and you know how a lot of music is like, a lot of it is like, oh, my man can't treat me like you can. This is that, glorifying cheating and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I was like, it's weird how cheating can be glorified and stuff. And granted, this movie does have an abusive tone to it, so I understand in this aspect, I guess. But it's just weird that cheating is like romanticized, I guess. Completely off topic.
Well, this is because in the trailer, it's very much like he's treating me like shit. So, and this person isn't, and I know who he was from a while ago, potentially the one that got away type shit. And it's like, well, then why don't you just leave and be with him? Like, I understand. Move miles away.
Exactly. Fuck this guy. Like, take your shop and go.
Yeah, like the first time he threw a cup, you should be like, that's a red flag.
Yeah. And be like, I'm not the cup. Turns out you will be the cup.
So I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's more
bro.
that goes into that. Maybe this, we're taking it at face value. But this movie is not for
us.
Film related. This movie's not for us. No.
Yeah.
I'll speak for Josh too. This is not for us.
Yeah.
Unless like I said, if I take my girl, you take your girl. That's different.
If I catch a lonely motherfucker watching this,
he's gonna be in that movie theater eating popcorn by himself. He's just like, oh my god. Leave.
Why she leave me? Just like he's having like a midlife crisis.
You hear him start punching the damn seat. He's just like, "Why'd you leave? Why'd you leave?" And you're just like, "Well, damn."
Well, now we know why she left.
Yeah, we know.
Because you're not the guy that got away. You're the one she left.
Yeah, you're the fucking villain in this film. Let us know you guys' thoughts. Check out It Ends With Us. Check out the trailer if you want to make your own opinion, obviously. And let us know you guys' thoughts on that one. Last but not least, last stop, a Halle Berry led film. coming from Lionsgate,
Okay.
just so you know they're still around. Never Let Go. Yeah, I think this is gonna be. I think this one might leave us off on a good note.
Okay.
Because this is our last trailer.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping for a banger this time. Come on, Halle Berry, save us. 3 dogs.
Once upon a time, there was a mother and her 2 sons. And nothing could hurt them as long as they stayed connected to their home.
I know this life's been hard on you boys since the world ended.
Don't feed the dog. We're not the only ones starving.
But the evil out there is clever. One touch without a robot is all it takes.
Okay. It seems like a. Okay, well, first good trailer. But this seems like something like M. Night Shyamalan would have cooked up.
It was giving me that. I was gonna say if it's between this one or that. The one that his daughter's putting out. The trailer that we seen.
Yeah.
With Dakota Fanning, The Watcher.
Yeah.
The Watchers.
Yeah.
I think it's giving us that vibe, and I would rather watch that one. Only because it's not a bad premise. As soon as I seen the director of The Hills Have Eyes, I was like, ooh. And then it said Crawl, and I was like, oh.
Damn. No.
I was like, oh.
I didn't see Crawl.
I had to just double check that it was the right movie. And yeah, Crawl's that alligator one. I would never recommend that film ever to anybody. And he's going to make this one? WTF to that?
I think the trailer I think this movie
decent.
looks good.
It looked decent.
Better than the other two.
It's just the director's name after
Attached is crazy.
Yeah. He could come back swinging.
Yeah. The premise looks nice. Is the world really gone, or is it like all in her head type shit?
Oh yeah. Like, is she making it up or
to like hold them hostage or something?
That'd be
I don't know. I'm down for this. I don't see why not. Looks good.
The climbing up the tree kind of was like, what the fuck's going on here? It was all hands. It was like 3 hands.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't have a problem. I mean, I guess this is something that maybe a second trailer could help with. Maybe it's going to give away too much, but I would just say the director being attached to Crawl, just red flag automatically.
Yeah, okay.
Flag on the play, and it's Alexandre Aja. Yeah. We'll have to wait and see, though. This one, at least, I would say this one is the better trailer, even though I was hoping Wicked would have given us a little bit something better, knowing that Ariana Grande's in there. It's supposed to be like this big budget Jeff Goldblum. Yeah, I'm okay with this.
Okay.
Thank you, Halle Berry. Just like John Wick 2, you never fail to deliver.
Okay.
Or John Wick 3. Parable.
Crazy. Yeah. But anyway.
But not like John Wick 4, Donnie.
Okay. Anyway, we're wrapping it up now.
Yeah, with that being said, if there's anything that we missed on this show, something that we should be talking about but we haven't,
I gotta keep fighting with you over John Wick, bro.
Any movie you guys want us to review. I don't think we ever did the first John Wick movie, right?
No, we cut to 4 because that was when our podcast was around.
Yeah, we gotta still do let us know if you want us to do a trilogy review and maybe a ranking of the John Wick films. Along with it, and
there's no point, bro. We know which one's at the bottom. Like, anyway, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram at FilmBros Podcast. We post new episodes are up. You can hit us up there for any news or movies you want us to cover. Let us know if you want that ranking on those. Buzzsprout, links in the social I just gave you. It's like a Patreon. You subscribe, you help the show grow. We greatly appreciate it. You get special perks like exclusive things like that. All on Buzzsprout. Again, link in the bios. Be a part of the conversation. Twitch at FilmBros Podcast. Listen to us anywhere you get your podcasts at FilmBros Podcast, Spotify, YouTube Music, Apple Podcasts. We're on a bunch of sites. You can check us out. And then subscribe to our YouTube at FilmBros Podcast.
And with that being said, we'll talk to you guys on the next one.
Talk to you guys later.